Yeah, but that's a good question because I saw many Uttita Trikonasanas that I was curious about. Just some things I would like to say. I don't think, well, there are many things are important, and also that depends on what's going on in your practice. If you're a beginner and so on, of course, if you have stiffness, you need to bend. Or maybe you don't bend, but then you stay really up. And that's how you decide, or your teacher says or sees it. Okay. But what I see and what I feel is important concerning also the bends and everything you do, like in the second series, is how the pelvis is. And I see that it's tight and closed and not breathing. And Uttita Trikonasana is something really useful for that. Mm-hmm. So when you open, it's not just legs and this stays, tight. You just something that you inhale and you open inside. It's a feeling. It's not like, but really feeling that this nourishment and also that something is happening in the energy. So your pelvis is alive. And when there is this expansion inside, you're safe. But if you do like this, and you close more, and then you do the other side, actually nothing is really happening. Maybe in your arms, but not much. So for you at least, it's more like you open, and when you exhale, the challenge is to keep it open and not so really wide, but not with muscles, with the energy. And this is something really what you need in backbends, that how to keep your body open and large when you're exhaling, like when you come down. Mm. It's not that you're shutting down, but so don't turn your pelvis when you go down. Try to keep it really like if you were between two walls. Mm-hmm. As much as possible. Then when you feel that, or if you feel that you want to catch and you can't before you turn, then turn. But from here, it's impossible to turn back, open. So I feel it's good to stay like this and see what happens here, little by little. The gravity takes you down, but your pelvis is strong, naturally strong.
Thank you.
I had a question about backbending, because you said to me the exhalation isn't really exhalation, it's more a preparation. Could you talk a bit about that?
Well, as I said, in the pranic level, there's no difference. All the time in our body, there's an expansion going on and also a contraction. So, but how to use this, what is already there, to move? It can be a simpler movement maybe than that. But let's say the Uttita Trikonasana, like you inhale, you exhale, but it's not like and then nothing. So it's something that it prepares the next inhalation. Sorry, I have some. So I don't detach myself from my breath, and I know where I'm aiming at in a way that, okay, I'm not hysterically, going on with this, like I need to inhale, exhale. It's happening, but I know that my inhalation ends with an exhalation, and my exhalation ends with an inhalation. So this, of course, it's very fine. I mean, how you feel it in your body, or how can you find it in you, that's also there. And when we think of some movements like jumps or something, this is really important. It's not just or so. There's something that waits to open again. So, but how to keep one part of your awareness in this and not go completely with one. But I'm saying altogether for those who do the back bends that yes, that was maybe the problem, that you come down and you completely exhale. Takes too much time. So it needs to be just like I said, a butterfly. You don't have this, you empty everything and then how can you come up? So it needs to be in this, it's already there. And so it can't be too slow, and energetically it also can't be just letting go. It's something like you gather your energy to open it. And it happens in a second. So it's a very short time, but you shouldn't rush. And that's the hard part too. Like, do it quickly, but don't rush. And, but it happens like this. And I see it's a mental process too. Like, how can it be possible? Relax and then do it quickly. Yeah. So this is also a good way of going from mind to your prana. You need to be really aware. Okay, how? You can't think.
I have a question about that. But then you talk about grounding. And when you have both your hands and your feet, I've done that you should be grounded in both. But in this part, maybe you see the feet just like grounding, the hands like touching. Right?
Yeah.
So you're only grounded in the
yes
feet.
Depending on if you have more stiffness in your body and you need to go down, on your hands, then some grounding there too. But for you,
I can touch it.
Yeah,
Keep
just
grounded.
yeah. Because it's actually, how do you say the dolly that comes from the box?
Yeah.
So it's something that you stay here. Yeah. So this is your grounding is important, and the spine does this. Yeah.
For the back bends when sitting on your knees on second series, what is it? More the thighs or is it more the toes, feet that pushes?
Yeah. Yeah, I would also say that that's why when you're doing in a line, I can't help you. So when we are in the same field, then I can maybe help you. But I think you go off of your grounding, and it doesn't mean the angle. It can be whatever, but still the feeling that when you go from here, so you really need to feel first that this is your leg, so you come up, and there's something in your pelvis that really feels it, like not like this, but yeah. So something is coming. I'm using this energy and this force coming up, and then same thing. I'm not collapsing, so I need to feel that how far I can go. It's not a question of flexibility so much, that also the prana, that when I start to, with my Mula, I start to lean forward to be able to go down. So I'm not going down. I'm going in a way forward. So there's an energy that is carrying me, so I can just relax. So I feel you push too much like this, and then there's no support. But more you could try to find this feeling that something is carrying you, you relax. That there are two directions. And it's not detaching from. So all the time you go back, your knees are going down, or the energy in the legs is going down.
Am I thinking down and then to the feet, or do I try to keep it down?
I would say don't think. This is also a question of feeling, really. I mean, it's not thinking, because you can think wrong. It's something that discover how your body goes. And then you say, okay, it goes like this, so what can I do? It's something that, okay, then with the practice, you repeat and you see it changes, but don't try to say, oh no, not like this, I need to think like that. And that's why also for your Kapotasana, and you do so many times, I think you lose your energy, and just one time with the awareness would be enough, like now. Why do you put your hands here?
I've been told.
Okay.
I think it's because my shoulders, but I don't know.
Okay.
To bring my or upper body down.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, for example, Kapotasana, I would say it's really about how much energy you can contain in your pelvis. So it's not easy when you go back that you open, but this is the thing, nothing else. It's not like the back, it's the openness in the pelvis. I would like to show on you what we saw this morning. Can you come?
Can I come?
You can face there. Take a little bit larger, and this is like what we were preparing the back bend. So just feel your body, and everybody can see how the energy is, and I will tell something. Now I would put more energy in your head. Yes. So when you're thinking, it's like, and when you're not thinking, the head becomes part of your body, so it's free. And it's also opening the chest. So the head needs to be up. Yes, and also you breathe with your face. So yes, good. And now you can bring a little more energy in your feet. So you push a little more from the ground. Yes, not much, but just a little bit. Yes. Now I feel you're nicely open. So what we were seeing was that when inhales, I would like to feel the energy from here to here. She's a little bit like this. So the pubic bone needs to be breathing too. So here, inhale. And what people do is this, we need to breathe here. No, so she can relax her shoulders when she breathes with her pelvis. And one more, feel the shoulders. Yes. Now you can see she's more prepared for back bends, but if the whole body is not breathing, it's dangerous. One part that is not breathing is now the heart. Okay? So let's feel. Even higher. Yes. Amazon. Yes, but this is what we need to do back bends. You can't be like this. You really need to be completely open. Yes, thanks. Like I have 3 kids. Yeah. This force and this openness, yeah. And because when you asked about the energy also is if it's tiring or too much, and I think you have a lot of energy. It's just a question of how to use it and how to cultivate it, and also that I think you're someone who needs to use it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but you need the other side too, so the calmness. But you can have both in your practice too, that if you have this openness, you're relaxed. And also that you go deeper, because the next thing is that we were talking about Asana, which is the first asana in the second series. And I said that you need to prepare also, like mentally, psychically, like it's completely something else. So the first asana is really something that grounds you if you go with it. But maybe you just catch, I can just be like this, very light. So it's something that you go there. And for this, you need an energy that is first very, very light. And this is your inhalation that doesn't end. To be able to have time to put the asana first and then deepen it. So if you just do the pasasana like nothing happens, but it's something that can really give you a lot of energy, like this grounding energy. And when you have this kind of energy, you also have lightness. Yes. So I think you have these qualities, and you need to just cultivate them to feel good, that it's not just taking your energy, gives you something. So the quality of your work needs to be good.
So lightness and grounding.
Yeah. And the most important, you. Not like this and these things, but you, how you are, respect that. Like you are big. Yeah. Yes. And open. And you know, we all have this same, I don't know, problems, but same challenges in the world, that we have something that nobody else has. And we should be proud of that. You know, like, not like, okay, nobody else is like this, so I'm not gonna express it. So feel like, okay, wow, what's coming up? Like, I'm like this. And I give space to that. Yeah. Because I also meet a lot of people who have a big energy and who are going to see psychologues and psychiatrists to know how to live in this world with a smaller energy. But why? So if other people can't support you, it's their problem. And yeah, so you need to feel your body and your space, otherwise it's a crime. And it's also okay to be not so big. So if you feel like this, it's okay. But don't compress. Don't restrict.
I'm thinking of when you talked about prana and how the energy might end after a while in the practice, and then it might be time to finish. For me, sometimes it feels like I start, I don't have the focus, and I try, and it takes me a while, and after some time, I don't know if this is the same thing, but after some time, I'm there, I'm focused, I'm grounded, but it can take long. It can take almost the whole practice. But I don't know if it's the same thing, because then I need that starting, doing all of those postures to finally end.
Yes. Yeah, but I think it's That's why we practice, not because we want to be good in the practice, but because the practice gives us already the feeling that, okay, I'm not centered, and then finally, no, I am. It took 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's also really important to understand that how quickly we go away from our bodies and from our energy. We are completely somewhere else with our minds, with our worries and and with the mind we fill the body with this kind of fears, this energy, like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know, but when I'm in my body, it feels different. So this is really important nowadays. I feel almost everybody is out of their bodies. So it really takes time to come back, and that's why we practice. And because this centeredness in the body feels good in your heart too. It's not like, okay, I'm well in my body, that they are one. So then other things feel good too, like, or you can evaluate things differently in your heart when you're not scared, when you're not stressed. Yeah, so I don't know, so it's the same thing, but it's important that you say it, and I think everybody knows this feeling that the practice, sometimes you see, okay, I'm just thinking of other things and my body is heavy or not here, I don't feel good. And this practice just makes you to come back.
I have a question about that in the body. It's a difference between thinking about how doing it, that's one thing, and maybe it's a different about feeling it. Or?
Yes.
Because when I feel something, I also think about it, but it's not the same, or?
No. There is this awareness which is not thinking, meaning that your mind is present in what you're doing now. Let's say we take back bends, and if you have a thought, oh, maybe I fall, that's a thought. And that's something that comes from your background, like whatever you are scared of, or so you see many things come, oh, I'm not capable, or yes, I know how to do this, or whatever, but it's something extra. And then there is what is happening. Are you completely in your body seeing what's happening? Then you feel and you see. So that's, of course, a part of your mind, but that's your awareness and not your thoughts. And this is something very difficult for many people, how not to think of your body, but how to be in your body and feel it. And also, in the asana practice, I mean, I've seen many people doing more than 10 years asanas, nothing really happens because they don't feel. Of course, there can be traumas or something that you are dissociated, but I mean, for me, it's not people with traumas, just the nowadays life is like that you don't have time to feel. And that's why when you come to your asana practice, take at least the time to feel. Yes, that's the quality.